So in Dragon Ball Super Chapter 102, did anybody else find it weird that Vegeta didn't get a fight with Beast Gohan? I understand that most of you guys, if not all of you guys, watched my previous videos that I stated the reason that he didn't do that is because he wanted to throw Goten and Trunks in the mix and have them learn and have this being a teaching moment that they cannot rely on themselves. That's exactly what happened. But as Toyotaro, story-wise, usually the formula is either Goku goes first and then Vegeta, or Vegeta goes first and then Goku. It's normally Vegeta first, he gets his ass beat, and then Goku jumps in. That is usually the meta. But in this, it's different. Vegeta has not wanted to jump in to fight Beast Gohan at all. And I don't think it's not because he doesn't want to. And I think it's because what's going to come next. So before I begin, let me know in the comment section below who you think would win in a fight as of right now with the information that we have right now. Let me know in the comment section below, and in this video I'm going to outline why this is gonna happen next. It has to. The story of Dragon Ball Super Superhero in the movie is the story of Piccolo. The story starts out with Piccolo. The story's major plot points revolve around Piccolo. Piccolo gets a transformation, and then they end with Piccolo still being part of the story and having some sort of power redemption arc where he is viable as a hero, and we get Beast Gohan. That is the Dragon Ball Super movie. In the manga, it is the story of the Z Fighters. It is not the story of just Orange Piccolo with everybody else included. The DBS superhero manga arc is important, which is something that I never thought I would say in a million years, but after delving into manga page and panel for the last several weeks, if not last month and a half, it's true. It's obviously true. The setup for Superhero, everything that comes with it, the prequel arc, everything is the story of the Z Fighters, pulling us away from Goku and Vegeta. Goku and Vegeta get some time to shine, very minuscule, but the main story starts out with Goten and Trunks and Mai and Dr. Hito, and that's basically how the story begins. Then we go into the story that we know with Piccolo. We get all the Piccolo parts, everything with Piccolo and Pan being important parts of the story, and then we finish off with a huge focus on Gohan, to the point where even after Cell Max is done, the story still focuses on Gohan up until now. And on the sidelines, I would say Broly gets more character focus than Goku and Vegeta in the superhero arc. So to me, I think that this is great for Dragon Ball, because we do need to get away from Goku and Vegeta a little bit, flesh out the rest of the characters, even though I didn't really want to rewatch Superhero. But if you really look at the entirety of it, it's a story of everybody else besides Goku and Vegeta. But out of all these characters, there are some that already are having their climax. They're having their climax in the arc. Goten and Trunks had their climax in the prequel arc, defeating Dr. Hito's creatures and showing their brotherhood and the fact that they're superheroes. We have Pan being a huge part of the story and then learning how to fly at the very end. And then we have Gohan killing Cell Max. At the same time, now he's fighting his father on equal footing. So Broly and Piccolo are the only two that are left, and it's obvious that Broly still has a long way to go, that the entirety of the ending of the superhero arc is focused on teaching him what to do in fights and who else is important in this universe. That's basically it. And he has had a few fights here and there, but again, he is the B plot. He is the B plot when it comes to character development and being a Z fighter. But Piccolo is a main part of both of these adaptations of the same story, the manga and the anime / movie. So Orange Piccolo needs to fight at least Goku or Vegeta, the predecessors of the story points, the predecessors of the plot. Gohan has already, or is in the middle of fighting his father, which is the hero, the main character of Dragon Ball Super, Dragon Ball Z, and Dragon Ball GT. Dragon Ball Heroes, everything. He is the main character of all these stories, so Gohan is fighting him. Vegeta is not lining up to fight Gohan, but we do get this very important moment here where Gohan tells his father that Piccolo has a new transformation, and Goku says he wants to fight him. But Goku's already fighting Gohan. And this little tidbit would only be added because normally it would be ignored, that, you know, they wouldn't bring it up. But this is added because we're going to be getting Piccolo on on Beerus' planet. I would imagine before this arc is over, this is going to happen 110%. And when Piccolo does get on the planet, Goku's going to be like, all right, let's fight. And then Vegeta's going to jump in and say, no, listen here, Kakarot, you've already had your fun. It is time for me to fight. That's basically what's going to end up happening. And with that happening, we're going to be getting something that has never happened before. And that is a proper fight between Piccolo and Vegeta. The two villains turned good guys are actually going to fight in Dragon Ball Super Superhero. Now, as the making of this video, I don't have anything besides what the story is telling me. I don't have any leaks, I don't have any images. I have the track record of what the story is telling me, and I was correct when it came to Gohan versus his father. I knew as soon as Vegeta was fighting Broly that Gohan was going to jump into the mix and be part of the story. As soon as he powered up, I knew he was going to be part of the story. So my track record is pretty clean when it comes to predicting these sort of things with the Dragon Ball Super manga, and I'm telling you right now that Orange Piccolo is going to fight Vegeta on Beerus' planet. That's going to be the next fight, and I think it's going to be very interesting to see what Whis and Beerus' reaction is to someone like Piccolo. But with that being said, who is going to win this fight? Who has the edge? I made this video a few weeks ago talking about my thoughts on who would win this fight, but it's changed a lot since then, since everything that we've seen, all the information that I've gathered, and just diving into this topic, it's clear for me that there is one winner here, and it's not Piccolo. Now, granted, the one benefit that Piccolo does have is that he presumably has God Key, because the key that he has cannot be sensed. So the only other key that we have in the story that cannot be sensed is God Key. So he's got God Key, and to be honest, when he powers up, it looks just like Super Saiyan Blue. It looks just like God Key. So he has God Key working in his benefit. He is as strong as an average Cell Max. Somebody that doesn't have a mind and is not completed. So that is where his power is at. And I already can hear you typing away. Well, BlackScape, you said that Gohan said that Goku and Vegeta would have a hard time facing off against this Cell Max that we got, and yet Piccolo did such a good job against him with the help of everybody else, and Gohan obviously with the finisher. Yes, I did say that, but if you really look at the facts, what we have here with the information that we have, nothing else added. When Gohan was saying this statement, he knew everything about Mastered Ultra Instinct up to this point. He saw it firsthand against Moro. He knows what this transformation does. He saw it against Moro and against Jiren, so he's fully aware of what Master does. But the last time that he saw Vegeta was in blue and he could only use Spirit Fission. That was basically it. And that's presuming that he hasn't seen Ultra Ego yet, because there is a time skip up until Dragon Ball Super Superhero. So without any sort of knowledge of Ultra Ego, I feel like Ultra Ego would have an edge over Piccolo, because Piccolo doesn't really seem, besides the God Key, to have any specific thing that makes him powerful. He's got the techniques that he has when he is Piccolo. He can get really big, he can lose arms and regrow them, all that stuff. He's very durable in his own right, and he's basically a powerhouse. Like one-hitting characters like, say, the Gammas and stuff like that, those are huge feats. And I feel like if it was Orange Piccolo against Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta, it would be Orange Piccolo all day long, because Vegeta wouldn't be able to get past the wall of strength. It's almost like Orange Piccolo's the Juggernaut. But throw Ultra Ego into the mix. Number one, Ultra Ego does the exact same thing basically that Orange Piccolo is doing, with Orange Piccolo being extremely durable with that fight against Cell Max. That durability, that high durability, Ultra Ego has the exact same thing. We saw it against Broly. He has a very similar thing in his base. He's gonna have it in Ultra Ego, and maybe even more because of what we've seen from his training. But at the same time, he uses that energy, that pain, into energy and power, and that could give him the one-up over someone like Orange Piccolo. If Orange Piccolo just clocks him really big, and this level of power hits him so hard that he, you know, obviously doesn't get knocked out, but uses that power against Orange Piccolo will be in a lot of trouble. And then the other thing that I really think is in Vegeta's corner is something that we have not seen yet in Dragon Ball Super since the Moro arc, and that is Spirit Fission. If Vegeta uses Spirit Fission against Piccolo while he's in orange, I mean, that may not remove the orange aspect of it, but it'll mess up Piccolo pretty bad, because Piccolo has Kami, has Nail inside of him. He has two different characters that are acting as waypoints of energy inside of him. So if he removes either of those two, I mean, whether this deflates Piccolo or not, or makes him go back to normal, whatever the case is, I think that, yeah, he would still be at odds. He would still have a difficult time against somebody like Vegeta. And if we really take the fact that he got God Ki as soon as he turns orange, and he got this God Ki that nobody can sense, where did he get the God Ki? Well, he absorbed Kami. Kami is essentially Earth's god. He could presumably have God Ki or some lower version, or because of his status, whatever, and this could be the reason that Orange Piccolo has the God Ki. Removing Kami removes the God Ki, removes the Orange Piccolo transformation. So it's just a really bad matchup, in my opinion, for Orange Piccolo, because of somebody like Vegeta, who not only has the strength, the power, the technique, but also now has hacks abilities. It'd be very difficult for him, but let me know who you guys think would win in the comment section below. But I'm telling you right now, this fight is going to happen.
Subscribe for more content. Or perish.